Always a good day when I can look out my shop door and see a Pajero pulling a Robin Reliant. Look how cute that thing is. It'll roll itself off the trailer. Oh, that's a good dog. And good morning, YouTube world. Stella's just getting her first sniffs in of the day. And what are we doing? What are we working on? We're always working on something funny. I think you guys might have figured it out. I actually spilled the beans in one of the prior videos of what today's project is. And if you're not familiar, let's clue you in. It's a Reliant Robin 3-wheel car. Belongs to a good customer, a good friend of mine. And it needs a clutch. So you guys are going to come along with me. Stella's going to just hang out and be a dog while we do some real work and see if we can get this thing running and driving again. It's been sitting around. You can see the tires are very low on air. I can actually push in. It's hard to roll. I think it's been sitting around for some time. Let's see what we can do. Okay. These tires had 0 pounds of air pressure. Okay, let's see. How do we get air in this tire? Where's the air? Oh, of course, it's way up there. Okay. Wow. Don't know if I've worked on a single wheel front wheel car. The Messerschmitts have 2 in the front. Let's try that. Okay, we got the tires pumped up. Let's take a look at the interior. Of course, it's right-hand drive. Reliant gauges. That's pretty sweet. It's like an aftermarket vacuum gauge for all your performance needs. Some type of stereo with the speakers built in. And of course, it's a 4-speed. And here's our new clutch. So I think we got to take this panel off, get access to some of the hardware and bolts, and we got to get the hood open. I think we got to use a key to get the hood open. So let's do that. It's got nice shiny paint. I'm guessing it's the other key. And it is. I guess it just stays in there. Okay, what do we got here? Okay, the engine is tucked way back in there. Okay. Well, we're definitely going to have to take the cover off to get access to the transmission. I don't know what these hoses are doing all undone. Those fresh air hoses. Batteries of 19. Bunch of squirrel nuts. Looks like this car originally was red. There's our fuse panel. Distributor. Engine is tiny. Looks like a single SU carburetor. Pretty neat. Radiator down there, and I think this is the heater system. Yes, it is. So I just unwrapped the Reliant clutch, new pressure plate here, and throw-up bearing, except it's not really a bearing. It's got this graphite mating surface. I guess it just slides on there, or maybe you use the lubricant. I gotta refer to the book on that. It's strange, it doesn't have a throw-up bearing. Stella, do you think it's strange there's no throw-up bearing? Okay, we got our panel off. Let's see what we got behind our panel here. Oh, well, you can't have your fuel filter your metal fuel filter resting against a spark plug wire. That is not cool. We got to figure out a redo for that. And then, how am I going to get to these bolts? I don't know. Starter bolts are right here, but transmission bolts are going to be from underneath, I guess. This is a little tiny engine. Easy to change the oil. We should probably change the oil. It looks like it hasn't been changed in a while. Okay, so we got the Reliant Robin up on the rack. Checking out a few things here. Looks like it's got blind hole wheel cylinders in the front. Probably needs some grease on there. Wheel bearing is definitely loose. Steering box is wild. Let's take a look at the clutch. Oh boy. You can already tell when you see cable clamps on the clutch, that's never a good sign. Got this tiny little exhaust pipe. Look at that. And then, oh, I know what's going on here. That's knackered. Definitely needs U-joints. I don't know where I'm going to find those. Oh my goodness, those are bad. Probably the same on these. Oh yeah. This thing just has to be a vibrating machine. Okay, so this is our transmission. It's got to come out. I don't like that, but what are we going to do? Okay, let's get to work. I think I got to get the, where are all the bolts on this thing? A few little bolts up in there. Oh, look at that tiny little exhaust. It's crazy. Oh, and that's broken. The weld is broken on the, oh, this thing needs some work. It's got a new alternator. Motor mounts are knackered. Okay, we've got a lot in front of us here. Okay, so we're looking at a few more things here. Our e-brake cable. That is not acceptable. That's not going to stop the car. Oh, I don't think the e-brake works. That is not acceptable. How can anybody drive this thing? Okay. Now what does the rear end look like? Feels like the brakes are stuck on. Now it sounds like a box of rocks. We got some work to do. All right there, so we've been working on our Reliant Robin project pretty much all day. Got the shifter out. I thought the console had to come out to get to the top bolts. The top bolts for the transmission are right there. You can see I'm pointing my thumb at it. It's hard to get a wrench on that. You can't get up through the tunnel. And if I walk around this side, I've got the other access panel out and I've got this bolt out. But I'm afraid I can't get the transmission out. I'll show you what I mean when I get up in the air. So now we're standing underneath the Reliant Robin and we're looking at the old transmission that we're trying to pull out here. I drained the oil out of the transmission and pretty much nothing but brass shavings came out. I drained the oil out of the engine and almost no oil came out. It hasn't been changed in years. I'm just not getting a good feeling about the maintenance of this vehicle. So you can see the transmission is here. The flywheel goes to about there. I have to somehow get this transmission up and over this cross member and tilt it down to get out. The book says you got to pull the engine and the transmission together as a unit, and to do that you got to pull the body. So I'm going to try to see if I can wiggle it out of there, but the customer's aware now. I've made him come by and take a look. He goes, you should probably have that thing out of there in 20 minutes. 4 bolts, he said. So I'm going on probably 6 hours. And I don't know how many bolts, many more than 4. So last thing to do is to remove this mount. Maybe I can cut the cross member. Maybe. I don't know. It's either that or take the body off. And if I take the body off, he wants to take the car. So this is probably going to be where we end this video. I know it's a bit of a letdown, buzzkill if you say, but I was not expecting as much work as this car needed. I don't think the customer was either, but sometimes that's just the way it goes. Cool little car. Hopefully we'll see some more. If I can fix it, I will let you know. Have a great day and thanks for watching my video. We'll see you later.